locker room.
Vince Papali, welcome to the locker room.
I can smell it already, Billy. What's happening, buddy?
Ron Hayes, welcome to the locker room with Billy Schweim.
Yeah, hey, Billy, how you doing out there?
Rich Gannon, welcome to the locker room, Rich.
Thanks, guys. It's great to be with you.
Great Bob McElwee, NFL referee.
Hey, Bill, how you doing?
Craig Berube. Craig, welcome to the locker room.
All right, thanks, Billy.
We have the real Pat Croce in the locker room.
Let me off the bench, Coach.
And now here's your host, Billy Schweim.
It is a super weekend here in Radio Land, 97.3 ESPN. It's the locker room with Billy Schweim, Scotty McKay. What's up, Scooter?
Nothing, Billy. What's going on?
Well, I'll tell you what a cool week. I mean, on Monday and Tuesday, all I did was sled. I was outside sledding in all that snow with my daughter, Eliza Grace. I mean,
you weren't sledding.
You know what? My knees were killing me. I don't have a snowsuit, so I basically just go out there with the jeans on and whatnot. And my leg, I was so cold, my knees got so stiff that I couldn't run and jump down on the sled and everything like I used to. I wanted to, but I didn't. So I helped her out. I pushed her down the hill. I was so sore when I got back into the house, but it's just wonderful. The kids are great, man. Remember that back in the day, you'd stay outside sledding all day long or playing on the pond. Remember the frozen ponds where we used to play ice hockey when you first started playing? You'd stay out there forever, and the cold would never bother you. Her cheeks, Eliza Grace's cheeks, and she's only 5, were rosy red. It was unbelievable. But we had a lot of fun. It was great.
They haven't built a sled to hold you, though, have they? If you running and jumping on a sled, you would have gone right in the ground, down. Jesus, we had some big hills where we grew up here, and there were some great spots that we always went to go sledding. It was awesome.
And of course, now we're expecting some more snow late tonight, early tomorrow morning, and up until about 2:00, right before the Super Bowl. And Scooter, I'm gonna have myself. And that's another thing. I had a real fire when we came back in from sledding. We got to hang her stockings and her coat and her mittens all by the real fire, and it got real hot. That's winter right there, man. Not that fake stuff.
Yeah, you had to go out and get all the wood and bring it all.
That wood was all stocked, Scooter.
Yeah, all stocked.
See, there's a few things that are real that really are that are better. You know what I mean?
The only thing better about it is the smell. Everything else.
No, it isn't. The heat that puts out is 10 times better than it.
What do you think? Gas fireplace don't put out heat?
No, because you could. No, it doesn't really. No. Do you have glass covering in front of your fire?
Yeah, but it has vents up top to push the heat out.
Come on, Scooter, man. You're only going to get so much heat out of that. You can't be real.
Oh, the 2 fireplaces I have, one in the living room and the one in the theater room, will heat the whole house.
Nah.
Yeah,
because it's not like real. Like you get those ambers cooking real good, man. You get some real heat coming out of there. It's the best.
Yeah. Okay.
We're streaming live on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube today. The Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN. Go to those sites, and you'll be able to see us today. We've got a great show lined up, Scooter. We're gonna recap the Flyers last night. Look ahead to the Sixers because they play a big game in the Nets today. By the way, I just heard Kevin Durant's out. He was contact traced. He apparently was around somebody that was that tested positive. So I don't think he's going to be playing tonight.
He's had, and this is obviously not an injury; it's a sickness. But I mean, he's had some trouble staying on the court the last couple of years.
With this pandemic this year, it's been tough. So then in the second hour of the show, we're gonna have our Super Bowl suicide trivia contest. We're gonna take people's phone calls. We're gonna ask some Super Bowl trivia questions, and for a really nice prize package, courtesy of Pro Image Sports and Fan Treasures. They have the largest selection of team jerseys, clothing, hats. You'll find the newest team styles from vendors like Nike, New Era, Mitchell & Ness, 47 brand. Stop by one of the 13 Delaware Valley Mall locations, including Pro Image Sports inside the Hamilton Mall for the largest selection of team jerseys around, or shop online at fantreasures.com to see thousands of pro and college sports teams items available right at your fingertips. And Scooter, so whoever wins will be able to pick if they want a Tampa Bay prize package or a Kansas City Chiefs prize package, and we'll put things together. And, as always, Johnny DiMaria does a great job with the items that he includes in the prize package.
He always comes through, Johnny. He never fails us, so appreciate that from him.
DiMaria. Now, we'll at the bottom of the second hour, we're also going to talk with former punter. He was in 4 Super Bowls, and he won one with Dick Vermeil with the Rams. And we'll talk with former punter Mike Horan.
Yeah, and he played for the Eagles for a couple years in the mid '80s there.
Yeah,
so
2 years I think it was.
Yeah. So it's it'll be good to talk to him.
You know what I like to ask him? Like, does it ever get old? When you're in multiple Super Bowls, does it ever get old? Coming from a player's perspective, that'll be pretty unique to ask him.
Yeah, and it's funny when we got him on, I was looking up stuff obviously about him, but I was with 4 Super Bowls. How many punters have been in more than that? I couldn't find the answer.
Well, I think I saw that he set the record for the most punts. Yes.
Yeah, he tied it. But 4 Super Bowls is pretty amazing for anybody.
Because we've had Sean Landetto on. I don't know how many Super Bowls he's been. He's been in multiple, but I don't think we ever asked him that question.
No. It's just when I found out that Mike was in it 4, I was like, well, Sean was in it with the Giants a couple times, I'm sure, but I don't know if he got 4 either. So.
So we got a great show lined up. We're going to open up the phone lines at the second hour at 609-573-3776 for our Super Bowl suicide trivia question contest to get a prize from Pro Image Sports and Fan Treasures. We'll have a lot of fun with that. All right, Scooter, last night the Philadelphia Flyers played their 4th game against the Boston Bruins. Haven't been able to beat them. By the way, Tuukka Rask, man, he owns the Flyers.
He sure does. Hey, you know what? I watching the game and thinking about it, the last 3 contests prior to last night, Tuukka Rask positions himself really well. He's more of a technical goalie than anything else. He's not going to make that big diving across the net save, but he
doesn't have to. He doesn't have to, Scooter. He's like 6'4", and the pads that he wears. I mean, by the way, those pads are the first thing that I thought of. I'm glad you brought that up because the first thing that I thought about, how do you score on this guy with all the pads and all the size of the pads that he wears? I mean, how do you get a puck by him?
Well, ask Joel Farabee. I mean, he ends up getting a penalty shot, and he just tried to shoot in the 5-hole, and it was like
there was nothing there.
Rask didn't even move. He just sat there. Like you got a Deacon guy. You got to get him moving side to side to get a chance to score on him.
Well, he goes down a lot. He's a
butterfly goalie.
Yeah, butterfly goalie, and so the only way you're going to score him is you deke him or go up top.
Yeah,
stick side.
Yeah. Joel learned a lesson last night. He's not going to do that to Tuukka Rask, that's for sure.
Now, during the course of the game, Scooter, I was being texted by our colleagues, Mike Gill, game. But before I started receiving text messages from them, my first impression of the game when they came out of the gate was, man, they're not taking the body, and they weren't really like, I don't know. It seemed like the Bruins were in their zone the majority of the time, and this is the very beginning. Throughout the game they were, but in the very beginning. And then I saw Abe Kubel fight. Now, while he got his rear end kicked, he still fought. And then I'm getting all this like, well, the fighting didn't do anything. I thought right after the fight, the Flyers started to play better. They started to have a little jump in their skates. They started to have a little bit more confidence. They started to put pressure and get better chances. Am I wrong about that?
Yeah, well, you should get inspired by something like that when a guy decides to throw his head into another guy's fists. Even though he lost a fight, listen, he's showing I'm not quitting tonight.
That's right.
He's a younger guy. I'm not going to quit.
Good point, Scooter. He's showing his teammates that I'm not taking this. All right, I'm invested tonight, and that's the point. This is a game of intimidation, Scooter.
Mike and Hunter didn't really grow up in the big era of tough guys playing the sports. I mean, they were as much a part of the game as the guys that put the puck in the net. I hate to say it because they set the tone for the way the game was going to be played. A guy like Timmy Kerr, who scored 50 goals 4 times, created a lot of room for himself not because he was a big fighter, but I'll never forget this. I remember asking Ben Wilson, who was one of the Flyers' toughest guys and one of the toughest guys in the league. I said, Ben, who are you afraid of the most? And he said, Timmy Carr. Which, like, Timmy probably dropped the gloves 15 times in his whole career.
Right. But when he did,
Ben did it in the first 4 games, but he said he's so strong and so I don't want that guy to get mad. And he created a lot of room for himself in front of the net. So
look, hockey's a game of intimidation. You got to have great skill, especially in today's game, but there's still a spot for it. Anybody that thinks that the game is better today, I mean, it's better in the sense that the action's better, the goal scoring chances, but the game itself is, I think, lost a little bit because of the lack of, good fighting and the fighters. You know what I mean? It took their role away from the game.
I mean, just going back to the Spectrum in those days and even into the Wells Fargo Center, you get as much of a cheer out of a fight as you do a goal, if not more.
And not only that, how about this, Scooter? When you go to the news feeds and watch Action News, what is the first thing they show?
Right.
They show the fight.
Right, exactly.
All right, we got a great show lined up today. We're going to be taking your phone calls for our Super Bowl suicide trivia contest in the second hour at 609-573-3776. So get ready for that. We got a great prize gift package from Pro Intimate Sports and Fan Treasures. I want to remind people the first hour of the locker room is powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection and professional settlement services for real estate agents and brokers, lenders, home builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases. Surety is an industry-wide leader with a team of experts to help you through the entire process, from contract signing to closing for the shortest center city and every place in between. Surety Title is there for you. With 15 office locations in New Jersey, PA. That's Surety Title. For more information, call our good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900. And I talked to Ron the other day. He's ready to go for another 6 months as our sponsor. We really appreciate Ron and Surety Title. All right, when we return, we'll continue with more Flyers talk. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN and the mobile app.
It's Sixers basketball tomorrow on 97.3 ESPN with the voice of the 76ers, Tom McGinnis, calling all the exciting play-by-play action.
Throws up a prayer, and it goes! A high-arcing desperation shot! Rainbow jumper is good!
The Sixers host the Brooklyn Nets tomorrow. Coverage begins at 8 p.m. Philadelphia 76ers basketball on your radio home of the Sixers in South Jersey, 97.3 ESPN.
Ocean City's real estate market is red hot. You need an agent that has the knowledge and expertise to help. Contact Ocean City's top agent, Mark Grimes. Mark has been selling real estate for 30 years in South Jersey. He can answer all your real estate questions and find you the perfect property. He's available anytime on his cell at 609-425-2042. When Philadelphia star athletes are looking for a house at the beach, they contact Mark Grimes, specializing in buying and selling vacation homes, single-family homes, condominiums, and duplexes, residential and commercial, as well as new construction projects or investment opportunities. Mark Grimes, he's your agent at the beach. Give him a call right now, 609-425-2042, or check out his website at grimes.com.
This is Louis Capelli Jr., Commissioner Director of Camden County, New Jersey, reminding everyone to continue to practice social distancing to avoid contracting or spreading the coronavirus. The county is working hard to ensure all residents who want to be vaccinated get vaccinated, but we need to continue our efforts to stop the spread. Stay 6 feet apart, wash your hands often for at least 20 seconds, and always wear a mask. These safe steps must stay in place to protect you, your family, and your neighbors. For updated information on COVID-19 and vaccination efforts, visit CamdenCounty.com.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson & Sons for electrical. They're number one.
Ah, buying some pretzel sticks?
Excuse me?
This is your wake-up call from Track Phone Wireless. Okay.
What if you didn't eat all those pretzel sticks by the end of the month, so this store took them back?
Good luck.
That's how some wireless companies are with your data, but TracFone Wireless gives you unlimited carryover data with active service, so you keep what you pay for. Plans start at $20 a month.
Wow, that's cool.
Sir, are you bothering the customers?
Yeah, hang on.
This is your wake-up call, people. TracFone Wireless. Now you're in control.
Available at major retailers. See terms and conditions at TracFone.com.
If you're struggling with a drug or alcohol addiction, now is the time to take action and get professional help. Call Recovery Centers of America at 1-888-RECOVERY today. You are worthy of recovery from your addiction, and calling RCA will be your first step in getting the help you need. Recovery Centers of America answers the phone and admits patients 24/7. And because safety is a top priority, all patients and staff are routinely tested for COVID-19. RCA's expert team of physicians and medical professionals will treat you with compassion and dignity and provide an evidence-based treatment plan that is custom-tailored to your specific needs. Recovery Centers of America at Devon and Lighthouse are local and in-network with insurance providers, so they're best-in-class inpatient and outpatient care, offered both in-person and via teletherapy, is affordable and accessible. Make this the year you conquer your addiction. Call today, 1-888-RECOVERY. That's 1-888-RECOVERY.
Guys, you know that new Untucked shirt you've been eyeing? Well, now's your chance to save big on all your favorites with the warehouse sale happening now through Sunday only at untuckit.com/sale. Untucked shirts are designed to be worn untucked, so they're the perfect way to feel comfortable and look sharp. So don't miss your chance to get our very best prices in this limited time event, the warehouse sale through Sunday at untuckit.com/sale. That's untuckit.com/sale. Untuckit. Shirts designed to be worn untucked.
You want to brush up on your Super Bowl trivia because at 11 o'clock, we're going to open up the phone lines at 609-573-3776 for a chance to win a prize package courtesy of Pro Women's Sports and Fan Treasures. Super Bowl trivia. If you win, you get your choice of either a Chiefs gift package or a Tampa Bay Buccaneers gift package courtesy of Pro Women's Sports and Fan Treasures. Johnny DiMaria, you want to give us a call at 609-573-3776. And right now, Scooter, we're talking about our Philadelphia Flyers. JVR is having himself a heck of a start to the season. This is his best start since his rookie year. And he's on a 6-game scoring streak where he's got 3 goals, 11 assists, or excuse me, 8 assists for 11 points. Guy's on fire. But what's more really impressive, Scooter, and you as a hockey coach, his hand-eye coordination is unbelievable.
Yeah, that's something that I'm sure he's been working on for his whole career. To be able to deflect the puck like that, and it wasn't like it was a little.
He picked that right out of
a light wrist shot. He picked it out of the air and dumped it right down where
Yeah, but it was kind of the puck was like the
end over end.
Yeah, it was end over end. So not that it's easy, but that takes great skill, man.
I remember I went down to visit Rick Tocchet when he was the head coach of the Tampa Bay Lightning years ago. And I went to the first day I went to their practice. And at the end of every practice, Toc would say, get in front of the goal. I'm gonna wrist shot some pucks from up at the blue line here. And you have to deflect one to the left of you, one to the right of you, and one between your legs before you can get off the ice. Yeah. And he would do that to every player. And they learned how to do it.
Yeah, you got it. It's an amazing ability. Excuse me. Hey, everybody knows that winter can be harsh on your home. You're looking for it to replace those old, damaged, insufficient windows. Call Steve at Steven Rizzo Inc. I did. Steven Rizzo replaced my windows, and they look great. Steve personally returned my call, and his team was nothing but professional from start to finish. With over 30 years of experience, you can't go wrong. So write this number down right now. Steven Rizzo at 856-547-1760. That's 856-547-1760. Ask for Steve, and be sure to check out his reviews online. They're phenomenal. Right now, we're streaming live on Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook. You can check us out. You can see what Scooter looks like. You match the face to his voice and see if it compares.
Right. They now know that you're not a bear and you're actually a human.
Scooter, I like Robert Hagg. There's some people that think that Robert Hagg isn't really that good. I like Sanheim. I like Robert Hagg. They played well last year, and at the end of the year before that, they played really well. I think I think the Flyers defense is going through a transitional period right now where they lost their leader in Niskanen. And by the way, I've seen reports in the newspaper that Niskanen's contract is such that they can bring him back.
Yeah, I mean, I think Chuck Fletcher would probably love to have him back, but I don't think I don't know. He made a decision to retire, and yes, people have come out of retirement, but it all depends on what they're going to probably want to offer him. But their defense has been struggling.
Not what they offer him. His contract apparently is still in place where they could just bring him back and sign him.
Right, but they might. He might. So listen, if you want to bring me back, I might need a bonus to that contract. You know what I mean? I obviously left it there.
The Sixers can't do that because the Flyers they're up against the cap, aren't they?
Yeah. Well, they have a little bit of money there. So
right. So I think while these guys are still young, I mean, Robert Hagen and Santa have only been in the league 3 and 4 years respectively. So I mean, I thought Gostisbehere played pretty well last night, although he was on the ice for that scramble in front of the net. You got to clear that porch out, man. And two guys I can't stand, I just absolutely despise on the Bruins, and it's because they're good, but Marchand and Bergeron just get under my skin.
Because they're winners. They're Flyer killers. You know what I mean? They're the guys the Bergeron is really an underrated player in this league. I know he is talked about by the announcers once in a while, giving him a lot of credit, but face-offs, I mean, this is where the Flyers are getting killed. They're getting beat in a lot of their special team stuff. I mean, they're a pretty good overall, especially with Sean Couturier. They're a good face-off team to begin with, but they got buried last night by them, and those could change a game.
The little things.
The little things.
Scooter, I remember when you and I were skating with the Penguins, and even like Tommy Monahan when we got called up to that big team, and I see the Flyers doing this, which leads me to believe that even professional hockey players sometimes forget to skate. Do you know what I mean? It's just like I saw a lot of lunging forward with their sticks, a lot of stick checks last night. They didn't finish their. They were like Haig laid a couple people out and Kubel, but for the most part, Scooter, these guys got to move their feet, man, move their legs.
It's something they should. It should be natural for them to do it. And you said it earlier. They're not clearing the front porch there.
No.
The reason the Bruins are winning these games is they're getting the second and third chances. With these goalies are so good today. And even Elliott's. I think Elliott's been probably the Flyers' best player so far this year.
I thought he played great last night.
Now he had that last goal was I don't know what he was seeing there, but he just missed it with his glove. When it was
but you know what, Scooter?
But,
wait a minute, it hit the post and went in. Come on, man.
It was a great shot, but it went over his glove. It didn't go like it was just kind of weird how he missed it. And he would tell you he was upset after the game when they talked to him. I thought he was undefeated. He's got like a 2.25 goals against average. I mean, he's been their best player overall. He's played better than Hart the whole time. So, but they're 28th in the PK. Their penalty kill has not been good. 28 out of 31 teams, and they're 31st in shots per game.
Yeah.
The Flyers are the last team shooting the puck. Yep. And Jake Voracek proved that last night. He's making passes when he's 7 feet away from the net. Jake, you got to shoot the puck.
Shoot the puck, Scooter. I said to you on the phone last night. I mean, what is he thinking? He's going in on a 2-on-1. And you know what? Everybody in the league, they know his MO.
They know he's going to pass.
They know he's going to pass.
Right. And listen, the first thing you're taught as a young hockey player is if it's a 2-on-1 and you're the defenseman, you take the pass away. You allow the goaltender to see the shooter. Right. Because if you don't go to them, the other guy's really wide open and the goalie's got to make a move across the crease to get there. So you always take the pass away, and he had a perfect opportunity. He just wants to pass the puck, and it's like you're one-dimensional when you do that, Jake.
All right, remember, we're getting ready for our Super Bowl suicide trivia contest in the second hour. Don't forget, study up on your Super Bowl trivia and give us a call at 609-573-3776. Kevin Hayes, Giroux, Voracek, these the leaders on this team, and they didn't show up last night. They got to come. Really, their chances weren't that the greatest. I mean, and sometimes they look like they were skating in cement again. I just can't understand, and I don't think it's the coach. You and I have been to their practices. They're upbeat. They're fast-tempoed. Vigneault seems like he's a very knowledgeable coach. It's got to come from the players, man.
Well, I think I mentioned it briefly last week. What's missing for me this year is last year they had a really intense forecheck in the third period, a lot of games, and that the other teams couldn't even get out of their zone half the time. This year, I don't see any of that. How did that go away? Why is it going away? Because look, they're winning the game, into the third period, and they got beat in 27 seconds on 2 goals, and it's like it changed the course of the game, and they fell flat after that. They had nothing at the end of the game.
Well, I'll tell you what, right now you're looking at the standings. Boston is now 8-1-2 with 18 points in first place. The Flyers with 12 games, they're 7-3-2 with 16 points. And then you got the Capitals coming in tomorrow at 12 noon right here on 97.3 ESPN. It's like a Super Bowl pregame party, right? By watching the Flyers and getting revved up for the Super Bowl. They got to come out all guns a-blazing tomorrow, Scooter. At 12 noon.
I had said this a couple of days ago. They got a tough 4 games coming up against 2 top teams that they probably don't match up well against. And I was really impressed with Scott Lawton's play at the end of the year in the playoffs last year and even the beginning of this season. But his penalties and his discipline recently, for me, he's having a bench. He's taking the bench for the next game because he cost him the game the other night with a bad penalty just very late in the game, because I thought the penalty against Hayes was an awful call.
That was a horrible call.
But Lawton's play there, they go into the overtime 4-on-3 and they win the game. And then he comes out last night early in the game. He takes another lousy penalty. So the discipline there is not been good.
All right, get ready. 609-573-3736 is the phone number. We're going to be opening up the phone lines at 11 o'clock for our Super Bowl suicide trivia contest. I want to remind people the first hour of the locker room is powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection and professional settlement services for home buyers and sellers, real estate agents, brokers, lenders, home builders, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases. Surety is an industry-wide leader with a team of experts to help you through the entire process, from contract signing to closing, from the shortest center city to every place in between. Surety Title is there for you. 15 office locations in New Jersey and PA. That's Surety Title. For more information, call our good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900. Friends, let me tell you about Maserati, the main line, located just minutes from downtown Philadelphia. They offer a client-focused car buying experience designed to exceed all expectations and invite you to stop and see the area's largest selection of new Maseratis, including the sporty Ghibli midsize sedan and the class-leading Levante, the only SUV worthy of being called a Maserati. Maserati, the mainline, also leads the nation in certified pre-owned sales and has the highest quality like-new Maseratis available on the market. But your experience does not end at the point of a sale, as Maserati, the mainline, offers free pickup and delivery for scheduled service appointments and provides a new Maserati loaner car. So be audacious. Call my good friend Michael Pileggi at Maserati, the mainline, today at 484-804-4800. That's 484-804-4800, or visit them online anytime at motml.com. All right, when we return, we'll talk a little Sixers. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN and the mobile app.
Tomorrow, it's Super Bowl 55 as the Tampa Bay Buccaneers play the Kansas City Chiefs. This is Kevin Harlan. Join me, Kurt Warner, and the rest of our Westwood One crew. Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs are looking for back-to-back titles. Tom Brady, in his record 10th Super Bowl, leads the Buccaneers. If it's Super Bowl 55, it's right here.
Exclusively on 97.3 ESPN FM, South Jersey's home for Super Bowl 55. Coverage begins at 3 p.m.
Train presents The Unstoppables. Those captains of comfort, those gargantuans of the guarantee, those satisfaction savants who persevere perilously beyond probability as the raconteurs of reliability. Here's to Train's heralded heroes of heating and air conditioning, those comfort kings with a tireless tenacity for total turnaround. The Train Comfort Specialists. Just one more reason why it's hard to stop a train.
Hi, this is Joe Lenigan, owner of Lenigan Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Call us today for your free Train system quote at 609-399-1200 or online at ocnjplumber.com. And please don't forget to ask for the military and senior discount.
Rolling again and again. and again and again.
Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza, the pizza you're gonna love. It's got the freshest taste that you'll find any place. Randazzo's Pizza, there's one right nearby. Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza. It's a pizza like you've never had before. Eat it or take it home, no matter where you roam. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
Why would you call anyone else besides Randazzo's Pizzeria and Family Restaurant, 34th and Asbury Avenue in Ocean City. Open year-round, 7 days a week, offering free delivery on the whole island and to the beach. Pizza, pasta, salads, entrees, subs, paninis, and wraps. Voted best of the shore. Call 814-1600. 814-1600.
Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
Anything and everything and anything. If you can dream it, we can create it. Masks, hats, shirts, bags, banners, mugs, and cups. Hoodies, goodies, tees galore, sweats, gloves, and stuff. Whatever you need to stand out in the crowd. Call New Century Custom Apparel, where you'll find all your favorite custom apparel from all the leading brands. New Century, whatever you need.
Hey guys, are you afraid of taking off your shirt in public? Don't be embarrassed. Just say, I love Lyle back instead with male breast reduction. Many men develop a fullness in their chest as boys that persists and even worsens as they get older. This condition is called gynecomastia, and with simple liposuction, most cases can be effectively treated. Call 856-MAKEOVER today to schedule your private consultation with Dr. Lyle and Back. That's 856-MAKEOVER, or visit iloveLyleBack.com.
Chrissy is refinancing her home, so she shopped around for the lowest rate and found it at Amerisave.com, setting her up for a lifetime of savings. It's one decision she'll never regret, unlike wearing tap shoes to a surprise party.
Sorry, guys. Just trying to find the perfect hiding place.
Pretty regrettable, Chrissy. Unlike finding that low mortgage rate at Amerisave.com that's got you on your way to a lifetime of savings. Amerisave's rates won't be this low forever, so go to Amerisave.com now. Lower mortgage rates mean higher savings. Call 866-514-SAVE or visit Amerisave.com/licensing for cost information, terms, and conditions. Equal housing lender. Licensed in all states except New York. NMLS number 1168.
All right, don't forget, coming up at 11 o'clock, it's our trivia contest, our Super Bowl suicide trivia contest. You want to call the station at 609-573-3776 and for a chance to win a prize package, a gift package, courtesy of Pro Image Sports and Fan Treasures. They have the largest selection of team jerseys, clothing, hats. You'll find the newest team styles from vendors like Nike, New Era, Mitchell & Ness, 47 brand. So stop by one of the 13 Delaware Valley Mall locations, including Pro Image Sports in the Hamilton Mall, for the largest selection of sports teams jerseys around. What a great shop. They have all kind of great stuff in there. We are broadcasting live on Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook. If you want to check us out there, send us a message. We're always up. By the way, Scooter, the NHL, I think, officially canceled their All-Star game.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of the, without the fans there, what's the point? You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So,
and looks like the NBA is headed towards that direction, although it hasn't been confirmed yet. LeBron James has come out and said that he doesn't support, or he doesn't really think it's smart, I should say. It doesn't say he wouldn't show up, but they probably should cancel it, right? But
yeah, you don't want if you're the owner of a team and now you've got your player going with and trusting everybody else's team that they're doing the right thing, the COVID protocols, it's just another opportunity for you to possibly get sick. And with no fans there, what's the point?
Okay, I watched the Nets the other day, and first time I sat down and actually watched the majority of the Nets game, and I will tell you that they were slow starting. And they were cold. They were missing their shots like every other, like regular human beings.
Right.
But and I was looking at this team and going, they don't look so intimidating or overwhelming. But then in the second half, they turned it on, and they were hitting shots that like Harden could just, they could just flat out shoot. Yeah. And then Kevin Durant, he's a beast. So the Sixers have the Nets coming in tonight, Scooter. They're going to be without Kevin Durant, but it's still going to be it'll be a benchmark to see where the Sixers are.
It's definitely going to be a great benchmark. I mean, to align yourself up against a team with not only 2 but 3 superstars. Now, with if Durant's going to be out, then it'll be done. I still think that you need 2 superstars and you need some great supporting characters. I think 3, there's not enough there's not enough balls to go around for those guys. But we'll see if it works this year for those guys if they can stay healthy.
Well, and the Sixers lost to Portland the other day. Now, Ben Simmons wasn't in the lineup, but the team, talking about lethargic, they didn't look like they had any oomph in their game.
Yeah, they look flat, big time flat. I mean,
obviously that's gonna happen, right? In a
Sure.
long season, obviously.
Sure. I mean, there's no getting away from that. That's going to happen. And they were in the game all the way through the first half, and then all of a sudden it looked like they took a nap in the first half, and they were still waking up, and they were down 3, and then they're down 15 within 2 minutes.
Well, Steph Curry became ill. Like I guess something was going on with him. He didn't look right, and then he was out. But Joel Embiid, that we had a scare in the first half, where he hyperextended his knee. That looked pretty. That looked. We always criticize him for flopping and look like he gets shot when he gets like the slightest of hits.
Right.
But that was scary, Scooter.
Yeah, listen, I've had my knee and ankle injuries over my life when I played, and I see stuff like that, and I'd rather see your arm cut off than watch his knee do that kind of move, where it buckled a little bit on him and actually hyperextended. But he came back after that. I am not liking the whining and the complaining and him flopping on the floor. He's on the floor more than Allen Iverson was, but Allen Iverson was, 5'10" at best, 6 foot maybe. It was over. He was never 6 foot. He was never 6 foot.
I think Allen Iverson had him listed at 6'1".
He's like
6'2".
your size.
No, he's not.
So,
I stood next to Allen Iverson. He was like 6 foot.
Well, you're 4'3".
I'm 5'8".
All right, same thing. And listen, talking about Seth Curry, he has struggled since testing positive for COVID. And listen, this is a perfect example. Not everybody's body reacts the same way. Even a guy that's a professional athlete in great shape, he has struggled since then. And I just read about a case. There's a girl in the WNBA, Asia Durr, who contracted COVID in June of 2020.
Right.
And she has lost 30 pounds and has not been able to resume training yet from June. We're talking about almost a whole year.
I'm sure there are cases of COVID that treat the symptoms and you get a different reaction. All people are different.
Absolutely.
I just read an article of a woman in New Jersey. She's 109 years old. She beat it.
Yeah. Well, she beat everything else too. So
yeah, right. Like my mom's 100.
She probably said COVID. What the heck is that?
That's
Who
exactly.
cares?
My mom's going to be turning 100 on April 15th. And she doesn't understand. I want to go out. She's been on 2 airplanes. She's a tough old bird. But, we try to protect her as much as we can. But, she you can't keep her. It's like you should see the depression she's going through. She doesn't understand why she can't go out. So it's tough.
Well, listen, for her to live through having you and Bobby her whole life, she's stronger than anybody I know.
609-573-3776 is the phone number. We're getting you ready for the Super Bowl suicide trivia contest that we're going to start at 11 o'clock. And the winner will receive you get to pick your prize if you want Chiefs or a Tampa Bay gift package. It is your choice, courtesy of Pro Image and Fan Treasures and Johnny D. Maria. Now, Scooter, since missing 7 games due to personal reasons, Kyrie Irving is he's averaging 29.4 points a game and shooting 46% from the 3-point line. He was draining them the other night.
Yeah, he's still a great player, and it's funny because there was a lot of rumors when they brought James Harden here. Kyrie Irving was upset about that, and they were going to move him. But man, he's playing as good as anybody in the NBA right now.
It's unbelievable. I mean, some of the shots that he was launching the other night didn't look like that. It snowball's chance, and you know what going in. and they went in.
Yeah, he's tough, man. He kind of gets, I think he gets lost sometimes in teams. Like he doesn't get recognized like he should as much. I got a question for you. You know, obviously Joel Embiid's having probably a career year by a lot of things. He's certainly an all-star in my opinion. And there's talks about Ben Simmons. I think was ranked 10th right now in all-star voting. What's your thoughts on Tobias Harris? Is he an all-star selection this year?
He's playing like one. He's already won Player of the Week, I think, twice.
Right.
So
he's playing well.
He's playing well, but will he get the recognition? Probably not. I mean, Ben Simmons should not be 10th in the league in All-Star voting.
You think he should be further down?
Yeah. Do you think Ben Simmons should be that high in All-Star voting? No way.
Yeah, I don't. Listen, I've had my thoughts about Ben Simmons, and I think he's a great player, but he's not the guy that changes the game a lot of times. And you could say the other night he wasn't playing and they lost. Well, they've lost 4 out of 5 times with Embiid sitting too. So
right,
that's not always the case.
Kevin Durant entered the weekend second in the NBA in scoring, averaging 30.8 points a game. He's ahead of Embiid. Embiid's at 29.1. Kevin Durant, man, he's won championships, and he's just a pro's pro, man. He's a baller. So even though they'll be without Kevin Durant tonight, it'll still be an interesting game. Of course, you can catch it right here on 97.3 ESPN. At the top of the hour, we're going to start our Super Bowl trivia suicide contest, and you're going to call in at 609-573-3776. We'll ask you a question. If you get it right, you get put on hold and then you keep going until you get it wrong. Whoever's left at the end of the show will win the prize. We got a nice prize package, courtesy of Pro Image Sports and Fan Treasures. So I'm looking forward to that game tonight. It'll be really interesting to see. And I know even if the Sixers win, and the Nets didn't have Durant, there'll be something to that, but I don't care. I want the win.
Have we gotten the report on who's not going to be playing tonight for the Sixers?
I don't know. We have to ask our resident knowledgeable expert, Josh Henning, would have that information.
Josh, do you know whether Simmons is playing tonight and Seth Curry?
Injury report from the NBA has not come out yet.
Yeah, I didn't see anything. So, all right.
Ben Simmons expected to play. Seth Curry to be determined.
Right.
Okay.
All right, the first hour of the locker is powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection and professional settlement services for home buyers, sellers, real estate agents, brokers, lenders, builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases. Surety is an issue-wide leader with a team of experts to help you through the entire process, from contract signing to closing, from the shortest center city and every place in between. Surety Title is there for you. For more information, call our good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900. Just about everybody in our area has heard about the Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine, run by ex-Philadelphia tight end Ken Dunnick. But were you aware of their private business network they call the Legacy Club? Every month they hold private events at upscale locations in Philadelphia and South Jersey that attract over 200 top business people. If you have an interest in attending one of these events and sees a fit for your business, send an email to ken@jerseymanmagazine.com or give him a call at 856-912-4007 for more information. We are broadcasting live, streaming live on Twitter, YouTube, Facebook. Check us out there. It's The Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN and the mobile app.
Today on Compass Media Network's coverage of NCAA basketball. It's a pivotal showdown in the Big Ten as the Illinois Fighting Illini host the Wisconsin Badgers. Can Dimitri Trice and the Badgers earn a tough road win over Ayo Dosunmu and the Fighting Illini? It's Wisconsin and Illinois. If it's NCAA basketball, it's right here.
The college basketball season continues only on 97.3 ESPN. Coverage begins at 2:30.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Electrical Services, they do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson and Sons for electrical, they're number one.
CleanRental.com, a fresh approach to uniforms, your uniform supplier. If you're a business owner, CleanRental.com asks you the following questions. 1. Are you completely satisfied with the quality of the uniform rental program you are currently receiving? 2. Are you completely satisfied with the service you are receiving from your present uniform rental company? And 3. Have you had an experience in the last 6 months where the response time to any request has been less than satisfactory? If you're a company with 50 employees or more, please give CleanRental.com a call at 1-800-825-3266. That's 1-800-825-3266. CleanRental.com, a fresh approach to uniforms. Give them a call today.
Baldy here, Brian Baldy here for the insurance doctors. You know, when fires, floods, storms cause property damage to your home, you need a company with 40 years of experience as property loss advisors. I know my yard got crushed this year by a flash storm. Damage to my yard, my fences, it needed to be restored. The insurance doctors came in and they got me a great settlement. With cold weather and storms just around the corner, you know, wind, storms, ice, they can cause broken pipes, roof damage, downed trees. Let the insurance doctors work for you. Call them today at 856-874-8377 or 1-800-969-6851 or visit the website at insurancedoc.com. That's insuredoc, INSURDOC.com, and tell them Baldy sent you.
Let's face it, football fans, 2020 was kind of like... But Unibet Sportsbook is betting 2021 is going to be a bit more like... And it starts with the big game. Sign up for $20 free today, $21 on game day, and two $250 risk-free bets. Let's do 2021 better. Unibet Sportsbook. Crazy about the odds. Must be 21 or over to play and physically located in New Jersey. Restrictions apply. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
This season's hottest collection is dropping just in time for lunch. Meat Church's new all-white meat Texas tenders, accessorized with butterfly shrimp. Snag your Texas tenders and shrimp meal for just $5. Church's bringing that down home flavor. Offer valid at participating locations.
We're back here in the locker room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN, the mobile app. We're streaming live on YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook. You got to check us out there. And we're going to be getting ready for our Super Bowl suicide trivia contest by calling in to be a part of that. You want to call in at 609-573-3776 for the trivia contest. It's going to be a lot of fun. We got some great questions. Scooter, real quick, a couple notes on the Phillies, and we'll talk a little Eagles while we're doing the trivia question. But how about Dombrowski, man? He's really in the last 8 days, man. He's been a busy guy, you know, signing JT and getting Matt Moore, DJ Gregorius, and Chase Anderson now in the fold. The truck, I saw that they call it the truck, will be taking off from Citizens Bank Park on Monday to get down to spring training, which starts on the 17th, pitchers and catchers.
Yeah, it's coming up quick.
Yeah.
You know, it's like you're just, and with everything else being delayed this year, it's kind of like, is it baseball season yet? Like, I feel like we're still getting into the middle of, you know, hockey and basketball in a sense.
You know, it seems like the rich keep getting richer, but the Dodgers signing Trevor Bauer. My God, like the Padres and the Dodgers, they're going to be going at it this year, which I love. That's a good rivalry. They're separated by like 140 some miles or 120 miles. It'd be the equivalent to the Red Sox, Yankees, or the Phillies, Mets. You know, and it's good to see. But how do they land him, man?
Well, you pay him $103 million over 3 years, and that's how you land him.
Which is a short contract too. I mean, you think that he would be going for, he'd be going for like a longer deal, but I guess he has confidences and abilities. And when you're making that much money for 3 years, who cares, right?
Yeah, you take $34 million a year, you just retire afterwards.
Because so how old is he right now? He's 30. So he signs a 3-year deal. He'll be 33. Most pitchers still have some stuff left.
Something left in the tank. Yeah.
He might be able to renegotiate his 3rd year and get a really long deal.
Well, I don't know if you're going to get a big deal after that contract's up, but he could certainly sign an extension a year or two in, possibly if he pitches great for them. And they got a great team, so they're going to be tough.
Yeah, he joins a rotation that had a major league best 3.02 ERA during the abbreviated season. Clayton Kershaw and David Price. These guys are unbelievable.
Well, I heard David Price might sit out again this year, or sit out this year. Yeah. Something like that. I read something where they said that he's, not interested in coming back until this whole thing is over.
They're the first team to have 3 Cy Young Award winners in their rotation since Detroit Tigers did it in 2014 of Verlander, Scherzer, and Price. So it's going to be a pretty formidable opponent.
Kind of like back in the day when we had, Roy Halladay and Cliff Lee and we had, who was the other guy from Houston?
He was
Roy Oswald.
Roy Oswald.
Roy Oswald. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty tough.
But they weren't all three. Well, they weren't all 3. Well, I guess they were Cy Young Award winners now. But
no, but they were
right.
Yeah, three great pitchers when you think about it.
So I like what Dabrowski's doing. He's not standing pat. I mean, I got to be honest with you. When after the Phillies started reducing their payroll and there was reports in the newspaper that the Phillies had lost $142 million, and I was thinking, well, they're not. Dabrowski's going to come. He's not going to be able to do anything.
His hands will be tied.
But his hands weren't.
Kind of like Chuck Fletcher was here with the flat cap. He didn't have a lot of room to really work with, but he's managed to, put a pretty good team on the ice.
And the same thing with Ron Hextall. When he took over the Flyers, he was in cap hell too, wasn't he?
Yeah.
And it took him a little longer to do it. He built from the bottom up, from the minor league, the minor leagues up.
Yeah. In the draft. And they'll be rewarded for it now with those young guys. So, he's got a lot of credit should be taken by him for doing this. And I heard he's up for a possible job in Pittsburgh.
Is that right?
Yeah, Jim Rutherford left the Penguins, and he's been a name that's been mentioned to be the GM of the Pittsburgh Penguins.
Well, I still think the National League East, even though the West, the West is going to be tough with the Padres and the Dodgers, the Phillies 1 through 8. I mean, they're going to be competitive, right? Yeah. Especially if Rhys Hoskins can come back and improve on what he did his first 2 years, right?
Yeah, we need to see more out of him this year. Obviously, he struggled last year, and
center field's going to be a question mark.
Yeah, you do Adam Hazley or is it Roman Quinn? I mean. Who do you
and
put
McCutcheon and left? What's he like 34, 35 now?
Yeah, he needs a big comeback year either. Or they need to start really. I wouldn't be surprised if you find them looking for a left fielder or a center fielder.
Well, right now, there's not really much out there.
No, there never is.
All right, we're getting ready for at the top of the hour. We're getting ready for our trivia Super Bowl trivia suicide contest. Looking forward to that. You're going to give us a call at 609-573-3776. You can check us out. We're streaming live on Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook. The questions will be up on the screen, and you call the number. Josh will ask you the question, and then we'll all get into the act. And you actually stay on the line until we bring you back up. Is that correct, Josh?
You asked the questions, Bill. I just put them on the screen.
I got a little thing for you. I got a little Eagles statement. I think Carson Wentz gets traded very soon to the Chicago Bears, and we end up getting a first, a second, and we get Nick Foles back because of cap space for Chicago.
I know Lee James just chimed in. He said we've been listening on and off this morning. Not sure if you guys comment on Dick Vermeil's comments about Deshaun Watson wanting out of Houston. Realize you do mostly local, but heard Vermeil on the show the other week. Yeah, Deshaun Watson, it's been obviously documented that he wants out no matter what. So, I mean, it's not a shock that, it's not a
but
shock.
Houston's not interested in letting him out. They want to keep him for sure. Yeah. But he could ask out, that's for sure,
All right, first hours of the books. We got a lot to do in the second hour. I'm excited about this. We got our Super Bowl trivia suicide contest. So, you're going to call in at 609-573-3776, and we'll ask you a trivia question, and hopefully we're going to be playing. You win the prize if you're the last man standing, Scooter.
30 seconds.
It'll be good. I got some funny ones. I got some fun. You know me, I'm always the one that takes the question off.
Yeah, I know you do. You ask the morbid questions, don't you, Scooter?
Yeah, why not?
20 seconds.
At the bottom of the second hour, we'll also talk with four-time Super Bowl player Mike Horan, who punted for a lot of teams with the Rams. So stay tuned for all that. It's the Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN mobile app.
Everything and anything, New Century. The secret to any great promotion is visibility. You have to be seen to be known. New Century Custom Apparel is going to help you stand out in the crowd with your logo or slogan on sexy hot sweats, shirts, and hats from brands like Nike, North Face, and Adidas. We'll print it, stitch it, or paint it on if we need to. New Century, stand out in the crowd.
Weightlifters and fitness enthusiasts, you got to check out weightliftinghq.com. They are a local company right here in South Jersey that operates fully online and caters to weightlifters and fitness enthusiasts interested in working out from home. They offer high-end weightlifting and fitness equipment available to be delivered right to your home. Check them out online at weightliftinghq.com and use the code RADIO10 at checkout for 10% off your entire order. That's code RADIO10 at weightliftinghq.com.
Hey, I'm Andy. If you don't know me, it's probably because I'm not famous. But I did start a men's grooming company called Harry's. The idea for Harry's came out of a frustrating experience I had buying razor blades. Most brands were overpriced, over-designed, and out of touch. At Harry's, our approach is simple. Here's our secret. We make sharp, durable blades and sell them at honest prices for as low as $2 each. We care about quality so much that we do some crazy things, like buy a world-class German blade factory. Obsessing over every detail means we're confident in offering a 100% quality guarantee. Millions of guys have already made the switch to Harry's, so thank you if you're one of them. And if you're not, we hope you give us a try with this special offer. Get a Harry starter set with a 5-blade razor, weighted handle, shave gel, and a travel cover, all for just $3 plus free shipping. Just go to harrys.com and enter 5510 at checkout. That's harrys.com, code 5510. Enjoy.
Today on Hey Culligan, cleaner, safer drinking water. We got Chris in Cleveland.
Hey Culligan, I have a water pitcher. Is that safe?
Basic water pitchers are, let's say, passable, but a Culligan reverse osmosis system can do way more and help reduce lead, arsenic, something called pesticide runoff.
Hey Culligan?
Yeah, Chris?
I'll take one of those reverse
osmosis to get the mostest out of your drinking water. Chris, we're already on the way. Let us help you out with a free in-home water test with a local Culligan water expert at Culligan.com.
The 55th big game is this weekend, and to celebrate football's finale, DraftKings Sportsbook, America's top-rated sportsbook app, is doubling your money if a touchdown is scored in the big game. That's right. All it takes is for one touchdown to be scored Sunday night, and boom, your money is doubled. As if this game wasn't enough reason to party, with double the cash, you'll be celebrating till next season. And don't forget about DraftKings Big Game Prediction Challenge, with up to $55 million in total prizes up for grabs and instant prizes for everyone who enters the contest. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use code 973 to get a shot at doubling your money if a touchdown is scored in Sunday's game. That's code 973 to get a shot at doubling your money. Only at DraftKings Sportsbook. Must be 21 or older. New Jersey only. Restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/prediction-challenge-DFS for details. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
The radio home of the 76ers.
That's what he does. Bucket.
WENJ HD Millville, Atlantic City. 97.3 ESPN.
to the locker room.
Vince Papali, welcome to the locker room.
I can smell it already, Billy. What's happening, buddy?
Von Hayes, welcome to the locker room with Billy Schweim.
Yeah, hey, Billy, how you doing out there?
Rich Gannon, welcome to the locker room, Rich.
Thanks, guys. It's great to be with you.
Great Bob McElwee, NFL referee.
Hey, Bill, how you doing?
Craig Berube. Craig, welcome to the locker room.
All right, thanks, Billy.
We have the real Pat Croce in the locker room.
Let me off the bench, Coach.
And now here's your host, Billy Schweim.
I'm excited to have our contest. It's going to have a lot of fun with this here, Scooter. It's the Super Bowl weekend. We got the Sixers tonight against the Nets. You can hear that right here on 97.3 ESPN. Tomorrow at noon, we have the locker room with Billy Schweim from 10 a.m. to noon. And then we have the Flyers. And then you can listen to the Super Bowl right here all on 97.3 ESPN. Right now, we're streaming live on Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook. And we're getting ready for our Super Bowl trivia contest, the Suicide Trivia Contest. Here's how it's going to work. You're going to call in. We're going to ask you a trivia question. If you get it right, you get put on hold. We'll keep asking, having people call in. If that person gets it wrong, you get brought back up, and we'll ask you another one, and so on and so forth. 609-573-3776 is the phone number. You're playing for a gift package of your choice of either the Tampa Bay Buccaneers or the Kansas City Chiefs prize package, courtesy of Pro Image Sports. They have the largest selection of team jerseys, clothing, and hats. You'll find the newest team styles from vendors like Nike, New Era, Mitchell & Ness 47 brand. Stop by one of the 13 Delaware Valley Mall locations, including Pro Image Sports in the Hamilton Mall, for the largest selection of sports teams jerseys around, or shop online at fantreasures.com to see thousands of pro and college sports teams items available right at your fingertips, Scotty McKay.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this. I'm reading my questions that I picked up, and I just start laughing at them.
609-573-3776. Now, Josh, you're going to let us know when we have a caller. Is that correct? Because I can't see you.
You know, Bill, I do other work behind here aside from just get the call.
Well, we don't get to look at you, so I'm in the
You're
dark over here.
You're the pretty face for the show.
Holy jeez, we're in trouble.
609-573-3776 is the phone number. 609-573-3776 for the Super Bowl trivia question contest. Scooter, real quick, a couple things about Bruce Arians. He's going to be the oldest coach to go and coach in the Super Bowl. It's 68.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't realize that.
Wow, how about that?
68 years old.
Wasn't Tom Landry like 103 when he last coached?
No, he just looked it.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, he's the oldest head coach in NFL history. 68 years old, who can become the oldest coach in NFL history to win a Super Bowl.
That was one of my questions. Who is the oldest coach to win a Super Bowl?
Who is it? Well, you don't want to tell us just in case you ask.
I don't want to tell you. Yeah. Well, I don't have to ask you. I can have you answer it.
A couple things about this particular Super Bowl. You want to call the phone line at 609-573-3776 is the phone line. We're giving away a gift package courtesy of Pro Image Sports and Fan Treasures. The difference between the age of Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes is 18 years and 100 days.
Jesus.
Is that amazing?
That's crazy.
18 years.
Yeah, that's longer than most people's careers by far.
When Tom Brady was in 1977 when he was born, you know who was the MVP of the Super Bowl in 1977? And I'll give you the hint. The team was the Oakland Raiders.
77. Jeez.
Receiver.
Oh, receiver.
I'll even give you another.
Fred Biletnikoff.
Fred Biletnikoff.
There you go.
And for Patrick Mahomes, when he was born in 1995, who was the MVP that year?
Going to give me the team?
I'll give you a hint. The team was the 49ers.
Jerry Rice.
No.
Another receiver? No.
Steve Young.
609-573-3776
3776. We do have a caller. We have Joe from Egg Harbor City. How you doing, Joe?
Hey, Billy. Good.
All right, Joe, we're going to give you a question. We're streaming live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. So if you're on that site, you'll be able to see it. But the question is, who is the youngest coach to win a Super Bowl? We'll give him about 10 seconds.
He's working the fingers real good on the phone.
I got 5 seconds.
All right, I'll take a wild guess and say Sean Payton.
That answer is... I don't have the answer in front of me.
What do you mean?
No, that is incorrect. It's Mike Tomlin. He's 36 years old. Thanks for the call. 609-573-3776 for a chance to win a gift package from Pro Image Sports and fan treasures of your choice of either the Chiefs or the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. 609-573-3776. Of course, Tomlin for the Pittsburgh Steelers. How about that? 36 years old.
That's crazy.
That means Nick Sirianni at 39.
He should be fine, right?
He should be fine, right? Scooter?
Super Bowl this year now.
By the way, another little tidbit for you. I'm going to give you a little tidbits. How about this that I saw that I thought was pretty amazing? You know, Tom Brady's got 6 rings. 6 rings Tom Brady has.
Right.
But you know he's never thrown a touchdown in the first quarter? He's never thrown a touchdown in the first. They've never scored in the first quarter or scored a touchdown.
That is interesting. How about that? That's crazy.
All right, 609-573-3776. I believe we have another caller. We have Joey D. in Ventnor. What's up, Joey?
What's up, Schweim? How you guys doing?
All right, man. So we're doing our Super Bowl suicide trivia contest. We're going to ask you a question. If you get it, you're going to remain on the line, and you're in the running for the prize package. Here we go with the questions going to appear on the we're streaming live on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. Which Super Bowl generated the most combined points? Which Super Bowl generated the most combined points?
Wow, which Super Bowl had the most points?
Yes.
I kind of want to. I don't want to jinx it. Hold on. Let me think. I would have to say it's actually an older one. I was a kid. Is it Super Bowl 29 with the 49ers and the Chargers?
Yes, that would be correct. The combined score was 75 points in Super Bowl. I think it was what?
29.
29, yes, the Chargers. All right, so Joey D, you want to stay on hold? 609-573-3776. He's in the running for the prize. Somebody can either knock him off or he can continue answering another question. If the next caller gets it wrong, then we'll bring Joey back up. 609-573-3776 is the phone number. We got to give these guys, the callers only get about 15 seconds, Scooter.
Maybe 10, like you said, 10 seconds.
10 seconds. We don't want them using their phones. All right, let's go to Robert in AC. What's up, Robert?
What's up, Billy?
How you doing, man?
All right, brother. How about you?
All right, good. You're gonna participate here in the contest. We're gonna ask you a trivia question here in a second when it pops up on the screen. Josh is gonna have. We're streaming live on Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook. Robert and AC, here's your question. Which is the last team to lead the NFL in rushing and win the Super Bowl? Which team led the NFL in rushing and win the Super Bowl?
I'll say Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay. We'll see if that answer is correct. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And that is incorrect, Joe. That's incorrect. It is the 1985 Chicago Bears. Thanks for calling in. 609-573-3776 is the phone number to participate in our Super Bowl trivia suicide contest. 609-573-3776 is the phone number. Scooter, the 4 previous meetings between Patrick Mahomes and Tom Brady were decided by one score. They split. All right, Brady won the first 2, and then Mahomes won the previous 2. Is the torch going to be passed? Is this going to be like if Tom Brady loses the Super Bowl, or if he wins it, is he done?
No, neither one. He's going to play another year or 2 at least.
All right, we got caller number 4. Let's go to Sam in EHT. What's up, Sam?
Hey, how you doing?
All right, Sam, we're going to ask you a question. You got about 10 seconds to answer it, all right?
Don't use your phone, Sam.
Don't use your phone. It's off the top of your head. All right, Sam, here's the question. Who was the last player to win the MVP and the Super Bowl in the same season? Who was the last player to win the MVP and the Super Bowl in the last season? In the same season, I'm sorry.
Let me think.
I know this one.
I'll say Joe Montana.
I think that's incorrect, but we'll wait for the answer to pop up on the screen. I want to say it was Patrick Mahomes. Oh, no, it was Kurt Warner in 1999. Thanks, Sam. We appreciate the call. 609-573-3776 is the phone number to participate in our Suicide Super Bowl trivia question contest. 609-573-3776 to be able to win a gift package courtesy of Pro Image Sports and Fan Treasures. Sky,
I got a tidbit for you.
All right.
I'll ask you this question.
Sure.
How many chicken wings are eaten during the Super Bowl?
Oh, I saw this was like 4 million or something. 36 million. It's some really huge number.
How about 1.3 billion?
And you eat half of them.
Where are all the chickens coming from?
I know, right? All right, let's go to caller number 5. We got Joe in Wilmington. What's up, Joe?
What's going on, man?
All right, you ready for the Super Bowl?
Yes, sir.
All right, Joe, we got a trivia question that we're going to ask you. You got about 10 seconds to answer it. Which city has hosted the most Super Bowls? This isn't easy. It's a layup, Joe.
Most Super Bowls. Miami.
I believe that is correct.
Bingo. That's correct.
All right. That is
a good one.
That is correct. Miami has hosted 11 Super Bowls. We're going to put you on hold. I think we're going to bring back our person that's on hold.
Not yet. Hold on.
Not yet? All right. You're going to help me with this, Josh.
Well, you want to get through all the calls? You just want to tell them all to go away?
No. Who's on hold right now? Who are the 2 people on hold? Joe and who else?
We have Joey D and Ventnor on hold, and we have Joe and Wilmington on hold. Now we got one more contestant. Hold on a second.
All right, let's bring up our next contestant. We're having a lot of fun with this. Give us a call if you want to participate at 609-573-3776 to be in the running for our prize package today, courtesy of Pro Image Sports. All right, we have another caller that we're gonna be pulling up in a few seconds, Scooter, and then after that, I believe we're going to take a break. All right, let's go to caller number 6, Johnny G in Ocean City. What's up, Griner?
What up? How you doing, Swagger? What's going on, man?
Nothing could be finer than playing trivia with Griner. All right, Griner, we're going to ask you a question. Among all Super Bowl champions, among all Super Bowl champions, which own the worst regular season record? Among all Super Bowl champions, which team has owned the worst regular season record?
New York Giants.
I don't think that is correct, Johnny, but we'll see.
You need the exact version of the team. There's been a lot of Giants in the Super Bowl.
You need the year?
No, just the team, the exact
we
team.
need the year. There's been 5 different Giant teams in the Super Bowl.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Well, the one with the worst record, I guess, was probably What year is it now? 2021 already? Oh my 2000. What happened in 1999? I'm going to say 2007.
Johnny, that is incorrect. The Giants, the 2011 Giants went 9-7. Griner, thanks for the call. Let's do some business here, Josh. I want to remind people the second hour of the Locker Room is brought to you by the Great Bay Country Club, where it's not just golf, it's fun. Make Great Bay Country Club your club. Great Bay's award-winning private golf club, where you are greeted by name. It's home to the 3-hour and 58-minute round. You can play on their 18-hole championship course. Enjoy fine dining experience, lively atmosphere in the pub. For more information, go to greatbay.com or give them a call at 609-927-5071. Great Bay Country Club in Summers Point, New Jersey. See why it's always a great day at Great Bay. And, of course, we get down there, say hello to Radio Ron Ralston. Everybody knows that winter can be harsh on your home. If you're looking to replace those old, damaged, insufficient windows, call Steve at Steven Rizzo, Inc. I did. Steven Rizzo replaced my windows, and they look great. Steve personally returned my call, and his team was nothing but professional from start to finish. With over 30 years' experience, you can't go wrong. So write this number down. Steven Rizzo at 856-547-1760. That's 856-547-1760. Ask for Steve, and be sure to check out his reviews online. They're pretty amazing. All right, when we return, we'll continue more here with the trivia question contest in the Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN.
Coming up on the next edition of the Sports Bash with Mike Gill.
Hey, coming up Monday, we're, of course, recapping Super Bowl 55, plus the latest on Carson Wentz during Football at 4. Look back at the big Sixers-Nets game and the Flyers, Bruins, and Caps. All that and more. Plus, you can watch the show live on our website, 973ESPN.com.
The Sports Bash, weekdays from 2 to 6 on 97.3 ESPN and the free mobile app.
Ocean City's real estate market is red hot. You need an agent that has the knowledge and expertise to help. Contact Ocean City's top agent, Mark Grimes. Mark has been selling real estate for 30 years in South Jersey. He can answer all your real estate questions and find you the perfect property. He's available anytime on his cell at 609-425-2042. When Philadelphia star athletes are looking for a house at the beach, they contact Mark Grimes, specializing in buying and selling vacation homes, single-family homes, condominiums, and duplexes, residential and commercial, as well as new construction projects or investment opportunities. Mark Grimes, he's your agent at the beach. Give him a call right now, 609-425-2042, or check out his website at grimes.com.
This is Al Dyer, Commissioner of Camden County, New Jersey, reminding everyone to continue to practice social distancing to avoid contacting or spreading the coronavirus. As more residents in Camden County get their vaccination, we need to continue our efforts to stop the spread. Stay 6 feet apart, wash your hands often, and always wear your mask when possible. These safe steps must stay in place to protect you, your family, and your neighbors. For updated information on COVID-19 and vaccination efforts, visit CamdenCounty.com. We're all in this together. Stay safe and healthy this winter. Thank you.
Anything and everything and anything. If you can dream it, we can create it. Masks, hats, shirts, bags, banners, mugs, and cups. Hoodies, goodies, tees galore, sweats, gloves, and stuff. Whatever you need to stand out in the crowd. Call New Century Custom Apparel, where you'll find all your favorite custom apparel from all the leading brands. New Century, whatever you need.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson and Sons for electrical, they're number one.
Beachcombing, baking cookies, learning French. Aren't these what you'd rather be doing than thinking about your Medicare prescriptions? Well, Walgreens is here to help you get back to it with convenient refill and pickup options, expert pharmacists to answer all your questions, and Medicare copays as low as $0. Zero. which is also the number of cares in the world you'll have as you stroll the beach, eating cookies and speaking French. Oh la la. Walgreens.
$0 copays apply to Tier 1 generic drugs and select plans where Walgreens is a preferred pharmacy.
Without more licensed workers, Gary's roofing business might hit its ceiling.
Hey, that new contract just got pushed up. We are going to need all hands on deck to make this happen.
Hey, Gary, you booked me on that other job next week.
It's time to hire.
I need Indeed.
Indeed, you do. The moment you sponsor a job on Indeed, you get a short list of quality candidates from our resume database. Indeed delivers 2.5 times more hires than the other branded job sites combined, according to Breezy HR 2019. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get a $75 credit for your first job post. Terms and conditions apply.
Let's get right back to it. We're having a lot of fun here on 97.3 ESPN, the locker room with Billy Schweim, our trivia question, suicide pool question. We're having a good time. We got Joey D on the line and Joe from Wilmington. And now we have caller number 7 on the line, Mike in Ocean City. What's up, Mike?
How you guys doing on this beautiful day?
All right, beautiful out there, Mike. We got the Sixers tonight. We got the Super Bowl tomorrow, and we have your trivia question right here, right now. Which play-by-play announcer has called the most Super Bowls? Which play-by-play announcer has called the most Super Bowls? You have 10 seconds.
Jim Nantz.
Jim Nantz. That's a good guess, but I don't know if that's correct. I would have to say the answer, that's incorrect. The answer is Pat Summerall, who has called 11 Super Bowls. Thank you, Mike. We really appreciate it. 609-573-3776 is the phone number to be a contestant here on our Pro Image Sports Fan Treasures Super Bowl Suicide Trivia Contest. Scotty McKay.
Yes.
13.
You're now on to the second round, boys. So we got our 2 second-round qualifiers going head-to-head.
All right, so what do you have? Joe and Joey D going head-to-head? Is that correct, Josh? All right, Joey D. Yeah. Are you there in Ventnor, Joey D?
Boys, I'm always here.
All right, Joey. This is the second round. You and looks like Joe from Wilmington are you're going to battle it out here.
Delaware versus Jersey.
Delaware versus Jersey. Joey D, here's your question coming up in our trivia question challenge. Which is the only NFL team to win multiple Super Bowl wins and no losses in the game? Wait, which is the only NFL team with multiple Super Bowl wins and no losses in the game? So what team has made it to the Super Bowl, won, and never lost? Joey D from Ventnor.
And never lost?
Yeah, in other words, they appeared in the game and they haven't lost the Super Bowl yet.
I want to say the Ravens.
The Baltimore Ravens. That is correct. The Ravens are 2-0 with Super Bowl wins. That's outstanding. All right, hang on, Joey D. We're going to bring up Joe from Wilmington now and keep that going. Of course, we're going to be talking with former Super Bowl champion punter from the Rams, Mike Horan, after the contest. Joey from Wilmington, you there?
Yes, sir.
All right, Joey, you got to get this question right. We're going to ask you your second round question. Joey from Wilmington, here is the question. It is going to be on the screen in a second. Here we go. Are you ready, Joey?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Name the only 2 players to win back-to-back Super Bowl MVP awards. Name the only 2 players to win back-to-back Super Bowl MVP awards.
Yeah. Wow, that's a good one. Brady in Montana?
I think that might be right. Oh, no.
No.
Bart Starr and Terry Bradshaw. Bart Starr and Terry Bradshaw. I'm sorry, Joe from Wilmington. I believe Joey D wins it. Is that correct, Josh?
He is the survivor of the suicide poll. Joe
right.
to win.
Joey D, congratulations. Let's bring Joey D up. Is he still there?
What's going on, guys? Like I said, I'm always here.
Joey D, man, congratulations. Now, you're an Eagles fan, right?
Oh, I'm the Eagles fan, especially in Ventnor.
All right, you're the Eagles fan. Joey D, you're going to have your choice of paraphernalia from Pro Image Sports and Fan Treasures. You can pick either the Chiefs or the Buccaneers, and let our producer know. And I really appreciate you participating, and also leave your name and your address with Josh, and we'll get that sent out to you. Of course, Pro Image and Fan Treasures, they have the largest selection of team jerseys, clothing, hats. You'll find the newest team styles from vendors like Nike, New Era, Mitchell & Ness, 47 brands. Stop by one of the 13 Delaware Valley Mall locations, including Pro Image Sports in the Hamilton Mall, for the largest selection of team jerseys around, or shop online at Fan Treasures to see thousands of pro and college sports team items available right at your fingertips. Congratulations, Joe. We really appreciate it. All right, Scotty McKay. That was a lot of fun, man. Short and sweet. That was good.
Yeah.
Now, all right, Scooter, you give me a question for me, and I'll give one for you real quick before we get to Mike Horan.
All right. In the 20th century, only one team failed to score a touchdown in the Super Bowl. Who was it?
Century.
Yeah, in the 1900s.
Super Bowls didn't start till 67.
So it's 33 years you got to pick from.
So what's the question again? What's the question?
In the 20th century, which is the 1900s,
Right.
which team didn't fail to score a touchdown in the Super Bowl?
Failed to score a touchdown. It was I think it was the Rams. They only scored 3 points, right? No, that was they just did that recently.
That was recently.
Yeah, that was
Miami,
who it was.
Miami Dolphins.
That's right, against what, Washington?
You know what? I'm not sure who it was against.
All right.
No, yeah. It could have been Washington.
Was it Washington?
I don't know. Doesn't matter.
I have a question for you.
Okay.
Which team has the longest Super Bowl win streak? Which team has the longest Super Bowl win streak?
The 49ers.
That is correct. I think I asked you that last night. All right. That was a lot of fun. We really appreciate
I got a
it.
question for you guys.
All right.
Oh,
What was the first Super Bowl team? Wait.
Oh.
What was the first Super Bowl with teams playing that had 0 cheerleaders?
Ooh.
That was just recently, wasn't it?
This is one of my hard questions. If we had more people make it to the later rounds.
I saw this too.
Yeah, I saw this. I want to say the 49ers and Packers.
I'm going to say the Raiders.
Steelers and Packers. They dissolved their cheerleading. I saw that. Darn it. All right. A lot of fun. We really appreciate it. I want to thank Johnny DeMaria from Pro Image Sports and Fan Treasures. Make sure you get down there. I walked into their store the other day, Scooter, man. They got some really fantastic stuff. Get down there. They have a lot of great stuff.
Yeah.
All right. The second hour of the Locker Room is brought to you by the Great Bay Country Club, where it's not just golf, it's fun. Make Great Bay Country Club your club. Great Bay's award-winning private golf club where you are greeted by name. It's home at a 3-hour, 58-minute round. You can play on their 18-hole championship golf course, enjoy fine dining experience, lively atmosphere in the pub. There's a full calendar of golf and social events throughout the season to appeal to everyone. For more information, go to greatbay.com or give a call at 609-927-5071. Great Bay Country Club in Summers Point, New Jersey. See why it's always a great day at Great Bay. We get down there, say hello to Radio, Ron Ralston, Kevin Kelly's down there, Scooter.
Yeah, of course, he always is.
All right. Friends, let me tell you about Maserati, the main line located just minutes from downtown Philadelphia. They offer a client-focused car buying experience designed to exceed all expectations and invite you to stop and see the area's largest selection of new Maseratis, including the sporty Ghibli midsize sedan and the class-leading Levante, the only SUV worthy of being called a Maserati. Maserati, the main line, also leads the nation certified pre-owned sales and has the highest quality like new Maseratis available on the market. But your experience doesn't end at the point of a sale, as Maserati the Mainline offers free pickup and delivery for scheduled service appointments and provides a new Maserati loaner car. So be audacious. Call my good friend Michael Pileggi at Maserati the Mainline today at 484-804-4800. That's 484-804-4800, or visit them online anytime at motml.com. All right, when we return, we'll talk with former player Mike Horan, the punter. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN and the mobile app.
It's Sixers basketball tomorrow on 97.3 ESPN with the voice of the 76ers, Tom McGinnis, calling all the exciting play-by-play action.
Throws up a prayer, and it goes. A high-arcing desperation shot. Rainbow jumper is good.
The Sixers host the Brooklyn Nets tomorrow. Coverage begins at 8 p.m. Philadelphia 76ers basketball on your radio home of the Sixers in South Jersey, 97.3 ESPN.
Train presents The Unstoppables. Those captains of comfort, those gargantuans of the guarantee, those satisfaction savants who persevere perilously beyond probability as the raconteurs of reliability. Here's to Train's heralded heroes of heating and air conditioning, those comfort kings with a tireless tenacity for total turnaround. The Train Comfort Specialists. Just one more reason why it's hard to stop a train.
Hi, this is Joe Lenigan, owner of Lenigan Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Call us today for your free Train system quote at 609-399-1200 or online at ocnjplumber.com. And please don't forget to ask for the military and senior discount.
Call and again and again. Call and again and again.
CleanRental.com, a fresh approach to uniforms, your uniform supplier. If you're a business owner, CleanRental.com asks you the following questions. 1. Are you completely satisfied with the quality of the uniform rental program you are currently receiving? 2. Are you completely satisfied with the service you are receiving from your present uniform rental company? And 3. Have you had an experience in the last 6 months where the response time to any request has been less than satisfactory? If you're a company with 50 employees or more, please give CleanRental.com a call at 1-800-825-3266. That's 1-800-825-3266. CleanRental.com, a fresh approach to uniforms. Give them a call today.
Let's face it, football fans, 2020 was kind of like... But Unibet Sportsbook is betting 2021 is going to be a bit more like... And it starts with the big game. Sign up for $20 free today, $21 on game day, and two $250 risk-free bets. Let's do 2021 better. Unibet Sportsbook. Crazy about the odds. Must be 21 or over to play and physically located in New Jersey. Restrictions apply. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
All right, we're back here in the locker room with Billy Schweim, Scotty McKay on 97.3 ESPN and the mobile app. We're streaming live on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. You can check us out there. And Scotty McKay, can you believe it's Super Bowl 55 already? And we can't hear Scotty McKay. All right, well, it's Super Bowl 55, and it just, I can't believe. I mean, I remember watching Super Bowl. My first recollection of a Super Bowl was Super Bowl III, Scooter.
That's your first recollection?
Yeah, Joe Namath.
Right. Well, it's a very memorable one, that's for sure.
All right, so I'm excited about our first guest, Scooter, because he played a long time in the NFL. He appeared in 4 Super Bowls and got a trophy with Dick Vermeil. Let's go to the sports hotline and welcome into the locker room former Eagles punter, a Super Bowl champion, Mike Horan. What's up, Mike?
Hey, morning, guys. How you guys doing?
All right, great, Mike. I want to ask the first question that came to my mind when I read all about you is, does it ever get old going to the Super Bowl?
Well, it never gets old going. You know, it's it's what you shoot for every year, and it's always great to get there. But when you lose, there's a bit of a hangover.
Yeah, they say it's really tough when you lose. When you get to that championship game and you lose, it's devastating. That feeling. But as a player, like, I guess if you're on the same team, you'd have. But if you go like different teams, is it different emotionally? Like, are you invested in one team or the other? I know it's because it's a business, but is it still the inside? Do you still get that same feeling inside, even though it's a business?
You really do. You get that same feeling. It's quite an event. It's a worldwide event, and you're on a big stage, and a lot of emotions, a lot of butterflies. It's just a great feeling. Unfortunately, those 3 Super Bowls I went to with the Broncos, we came up on the short end, and it was a couple of those were not real pretty as far as the final scores go. So that was a bit of a hangover to deal with.
Hey, Mike, it's Scott McKay. How you doing?
Great.
Good. Listen, I had a bunch of questions, but I like one of the things is, as a punter, are you more interested in being on a great team where you might not have to punt as much, or do you want to be more involved in the game, which would probably end up being on a lousy team?
That's a good question. But I'd rather be the Maytag repairman, that's on a great team that doesn't need my services. Obviously, when I go on the field, it's because the offense failed.
Right.
Get another first down or score. So, it's I'd rather win. Winning is a lot more fun than punting, 10, 12 times in a game.
You get paid the same way, right? It doesn't matter. You're not getting paid per kick.
Oh yeah, there have been some games where I got paid more per play than Elway or Warner did.
Right. And I don't think people give credit to the punters enough because your job is really crucial. I mean, you've been known. I think one of your biggest claim to fame was you were the coffin corner kicker. I mean, you were 262 times you were with inside the 20, and only 83 that were touchbacks. I mean, that's an art right there.
I was just saying it's a lost art, Scooter.
Yeah, you can pin a team back and cause your team to be successful because of it.
Yeah, that's thank you for that compliment. I really felt like I was an asset to the defense. Anytime you can push the field back and get them inside the 20, give them a longer field to go, it just decreases their chances of scoring inside the 20. That's it is. You don't see that much happen much anymore where guys are trying to kick the ball out of bounds inside the 20. But when I got to the Rams and I put one out inside the 15 on my first game with the Rams, and then during the special teams meetings the next day, Dick Vermeil is like kind of complimentary on that. But then he's like, ideally what we want the ball to be dropped between the numbers on the sideline and between the goal line and the 10, because if you kick the ball out of bounds, you eliminate the possibility of a turnover, of a guy muffing the punt. And like, oh, okay. Not only now do I only now do I have to control my direction, I have to control my distance too. But that's it's just a different philosophy.
Sure.
We're talking with Mike Aram, former Eagles punter who won the Super Bowl with the Rams, and Dick Vermeil. And looking over your career, you played on a lot of teams, and this might be a tough question for you to answer, but you played for a lot of coaches. And talk to us about one of your favorite coaches, and who was the best coach you played for and why?
Well, the one guy that I played for the most, which was like 11 years, was Dan Reeves, because I played for him in Denver and with the Giants. So yeah, I enjoyed playing for Dan. I probably felt like a comfortable old shoe to him. To hopefully he depended on me, relied on me to do my job when I went out there. But also, Dick Vermeil. That was my last year, and Dick's just a great guy and just a real joy to play for.
I got to tell you, Mike, we've Scotty and I have had several players on the show, on the program during the course of the Eagles season with our Eagles pregame show, and we interviewed a lot of his former players, and I can't tell you, each and every guy, just nothing but high praises for Coach Vermeil. He's been on our show several times. He's a great friend of the show, but he added an extra dimension to coaching. He seemed like he really loved and cared about his players.
He really does care about his players. He's just so warm and personable. He wears his emotions on his sleeve. It's true. He cries in just about every meeting. Just, choked up and emotional. He's just, I love him.
That's awesome. Hey, Mike, you had over 1,000 punts in your career for over 42,000 yards. I got to ask you, how's your hips?
Yeah, the hips are good. I'm probably going to need a right knee replacement sometime in the next 5-10 years. But as long as I don't play racquetball or do any sports that require change of direction, I'm gonna squeeze a few more miles out of it.
That's cool. Did you ever get the call for the fake punt and have to run or throw it? And how'd that work out?
Okay. Yes, I did have I'm 1 for 2 in my passing career. Okay.
Okay.
That's cool.
I was actually for about half of my career I was the holder, and I threw a touchdown pass out of field goal formation with the Bears. It was more of a catch the ball and do a kind of a shovel pass to, it was Ryan Wetnight who was playing the wing on that side, and so I just kind of flipped it back directly kind of back towards the center. He caught it, went up through the center guard gap, 18 yards for a touchdown. So that was my I think I have a perfect passer rating.
There you go. Yeah. It's better than Carson Wentz.
Yeah, right. We're talking with Super Bowl champion Mike Horan. Mike, it's funny you brought up the holding, because we had John Shira on, and he used to hold for extra points. He played with UCLA and of course with the Eagles.
Yeah.
You probably know John. Tell us about your experiences holding, because that's not as easy as it looks.
That's a real thankless job too. It's you never get the I don't know, the praise, the adoration, or whatever, being a holder when you screw up. But when you screw up, it really shows. And I dropped a snap in Super Bowl 34. I don't know if you know, those balls are used one time in the game. They just didn't spend a lot of time, I thought, breaking them in. And oh boy, they were pretty slick. But anyhow, it's a lot of fun, to hold that game-winning field goal and be part of that, little celebration right directly afterwards on the field.
Hey, Mike, who you pulling for? Who you pulling for in this year's Super Bowl 55? Who you want to see win and why?
I'm pulling for the old guy. I'm Tom Brady. I want to see him, in his 10th Super Bowl at his age. I was the oldest guy to win a Super Bowl for a brief period of time. I'm not sure who beat that record, but that was one claim to fame I had. But yeah, I'm going with Tom Brady. Just rooting for him.
Yeah,
I have. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, Mike.
I was going to say I do have a fake punt story that involves Eric Bieniemy, if you want to know.
Yeah, let's hear that. Yeah. Absolutely.
Okay. Well, at the 91 season, we are in San Diego. It's Bieniemy's rookie year. We're in San Diego playing for home field advantage, or at least a bye week. I forget exactly. And it was my third time punting in the first quarter. And we had gone 3 and out the first 2 times. And then the next one, I'm like, for one thing, if we have a bye week, I get to stay home in California and have a weekend with my family for a few days. And we get that bye week. And I think that's what's going through my mind. But when I got that third snap, I got a high snap, so it brought my eyes up, and I'm looking at the field, and I see nothing but names on jerseys going in the opposite direction. And I saw a clear window to the sideline, and I took it. It was not planned. I just took it. And I get to the sideline, and I'm noticing the guy picked up that little orange flag, the first down marker. I got to get as many yards out of this as I can. I can't not get a first down. I might as well just get on the plane right now.
Right.
Getting to the sideline, and I go head first, and I duck under Eric Bieniemy, who's trying to tackle me, and he's being trailed by another teammate. And Eric's arm is out, trying to grab my shoulder, whatever hit me, and he gets hit from behind by his teammate, and just messes up his shoulder. So I understand he's out of the game. He's got to have surgery on his shoulder. And it really screwed up the beginning of his rookie offseason.
Oh man! all because you took it upon yourself to run.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
But did you get the first down?
I got the first down. We kicked a field goal, and we won 17-14. And I got to go drive up the freeway to my house in Orange County.
Hey, Mike, one last question before we let you go. Being from California and then playing in Denver and playing in areas where the weather's not so nice, is it harder to kick? Is it harder to kick in warmer weather or colder weather? Like, what do you prefer?
Oh, I prefer warm weather, like inside in a dome. But in Denver, you got the altitude that does add a little bit of hang time and distance. But then you got to deal with the cold weather, so it's kind of a little trade-off.
Well, Mike, I wish we had some more time. I really appreciate you taking time and calling into the show. We really appreciate it, and much success and good talking to you.
Well, thank you, guys, very much. I appreciate you having me on.
There he is, Mike Horan on the Sports Hotline. I want to remind people the second hour of the Locker Room is brought to you by the Great Bay Country Club, where it's not just golf, it's fun. Make Great Bay Country Club your club. Great Bay's award-winning private golf course where you're greeted by name. It's home with a 3-hour and 58-minute round. You can play with their 18-hole championship golf course, enjoy fine dining, experience lively atmosphere in the pub. There's a full calendar of golf and social events throughout the season to appeal to everyone. For more information, go to greatbay.com or give them a call at 609-927-5071. Great Bay Country Club in Summers Point, New Jersey. See why it's always a great day at Great Bay. Just about everybody in our area has heard about the Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine, run by ex-Philadelphia tight end Ken Dunnick. But were you aware of their private business network they call the Legacy Club? Every month they hold private events at upscale locations in Philadelphia and South Jersey that attract over 200 top business people. If you have an interest in attending one of these events and seems a fit for your business, send an email to ken@jerseymanmagazine.com or give him a call at 856-912-4007 for more information. All right, when we return, we'll wrap it up. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN and the mobile app.
Tomorrow, it's Super Bowl 55 as the Tampa Bay Buccaneers play the Kansas City Chiefs. This is Kevin Harlan. Join me, Kurt Warner, and the rest of our Westwood One crew. Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs are looking for back-to-back titles. Tom Brady, in his record 10th Super Bowl, leads the Buccaneers. If it's Super Bowl 55, it's right here.
Exclusively on 97.3 ESPN FM, South Jersey's home for Super Bowl 55. Coverage begins at 3 p.m.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson and Sons for electrical, they're number one.
Everything and anything, New Century.
The secret to any great promotion is visibility. You have to be seen to be known. New Century Custom Apparel is going to help you stand out in the crowd with your logo or slogan on sexy hot sweats, shirts, and hats from brands like Nike, North Face, and Adidas. We'll print it, stitch it, or paint it on if we need to.
New Century.
Stand out in the crowd.
Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza, the pizza you're gonna love. It's got the freshest taste that you'll find any place. Randazzo's Pizza, there's one right nearby. Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza. It's a pizza like you've never had before. Eat it or take it home, no matter where you roam. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
Why would you call anyone else besides Randazzo's Pizzeria and Family Restaurant, 34th and Asbury Avenue in Ocean City. Open year-round, 7 days a week, offering free delivery on the whole island and to the beach. Pizza, pasta, salads, entrees, subs, paninis, and wraps. Voted best of the shore. Call 814-1600. 814-1600.
Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
Recently, Total Wireless helped Charlie Michelle stage a virtual dance recital for her friends and family.
This event was super meaningful to them.
Because when you move to Total Wireless, you can get amazing devices on nationwide 5G. And with unlimited plans starting at $25 a month, you could save up to $1,200 a year.
Thank you, Total Wireless, for helping me pull this off.
Total Wireless. Do amazing. Compatible 5G device required. 5G network in limited areas. Month equals 30 days. Savings claim made when compared to 4-line postpaid plans of leading carriers 10-20-20. See terms and conditions at totalwireless.com.
Baldy here, Brian Baldinger for the Insurance Doctors. You know, when fires, floods, storms cause property damage to your home, you need a company with 40 years of experience as property loss advisors. I know my yard got crushed this year by a flash storm. Damage to my yard, my fences, it needed to be restored. The Insurance Doctors came in and they got me a great settlement. With cold weather and storms just around the corner, you know, wind, storms, ice, they can cause broken pipes, roof damage, downed trees. Let the Insurance Doctors work for you. Call them today at 856-874-8377 or 1-800-969-6851 or visit the website at insurancedoc.com. That's InsureDoc, INSURDOC.com, and tell them Baldy sent you.
Carmen's startup found an angel investor, but now they're asking for a miracle from her development team.
Hello, this is Carmen. That's exciting news. I guess we could launch early.
It's time to hire.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. The moment you sponsor a job on Indeed, you get a short list of quality candidates from our resume database. Indeed delivers 2.5 times more hires than the other branded job sites combined, according to Breezy HR 2019. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get a $75 credit for your first job post. Terms and conditions apply.
Hey, bro. I don't think I can help you move Saturday. My back is really bugging me. I just don't think I can handle it. Sorry.
Hey, dude, it's John. I know I told you I'd be able to help you move. I think Michelle's really mad at me for something. What's that, honey? Oh, dude, I gotta go. Sorry, man.
Call Clark's Moving and Storage in South Jersey for your next local or long-distance move. Clark's, dependable and always shows up. Call 609-889-0780.
This season's hottest collection is dropping just in time for lunch. Meat Church's new all-white meat Texas tenders, accessorized with butterfly shrimp. Snag your Texas tenders and shrimp meal for just $5. Church's, bringing that down-home flavor. Offer valid at participating locations.
We're back here in the locker room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN and the mobile app. I want to thank Rumbus there, your buddy Rumbus, for hooking us up, Scooter, with that.
Yeah, Chris Rumbus, a good friend who gave us Mike Horan, so it was awesome. He was good.
He was really good. All right, Scooter, I want to ask you. I've asked you a lot of trivia questions, so I should have held some out for today for you. But 13 coaches have won multiple Super Bowls. Bill Belichick has won 6. Who are the next 2 coaches? And how many Super Bowls did they win?
Oh, Jesus. You saved the hard ones for last, didn't you?
Hard one for you. Think about some of the teams over the years that have won multiple Super Bowls.
Tom Landry.
He wouldn't. He's on there. He only won 2.
Only won 2. Okay. How about Knowles?
Chuck Noll. Very
Chuck
good,
Noll.
Scooter.
Look
Pittsburgh
at that.
4. Who's next on that list with 3? There's 2 with 3.
Who was the 49ers coach?
Very good, Scooter.
I can't think of his name. Jesus.
He was
I
he's
got a
the
name
West
stuck on my
Coast.
head. It's not him.
West
He's a race car guy now.
No, well,
He owns a race team.
well, he wasn't the innovator for the West Coast offense, but you're right about that. He was the Washington Redskins coach, Joe Gibbs.
Right, Joe Gibbs. That's it.
Great
Yeah,
show
he's got a
today,
race team.
Scooter. It was a lot of fun. Thanks, Mike Horan. Thanks for all the guys, all the contestants that participated in our trivia suicide pool question. That was great contest.
Hey, how much does the Lombardi Trophy weigh?
13 pounds.
7.
All right, thanks, Josh Henning at Sports Bash Saturday with Josh Henning coming up next. We got the Sixers tonight against the Nets at 8 o'clock. That's going to be a great game. I'm tuning in. Of course, you got the locker room with Billy Schweim. What's that? We got the locker room with Billy Schweim tomorrow. We'll be talking with former Pemberton High School standout Ed Smith, who played for the Falcons and played in the Super Bowl with them. Thanks for making the locker room part of your Saturday, because nothing could be finer than talking sports with the Schweiner. We'll see you tomorrow, everybody. The locker room with Billy Schweim at 97.3.
It's Philadelphia Flyers hockey tomorrow on 97.